Who's got your back after 60? You might think it's family or lifelong friends, but life shifts fast. Kids get busy, priorities change, and that support you counted on can feel shaky. Don't worry, this isn't about cutting ties. It's about building a rock-solid foundation. I'm sharing 6 essential pillars that are more reliable than anyone, giving you independence and strength to face any challenge. These aren't just ideas. They're life-changing truths to keep you secure and thriving. From financial freedom to inner resilience, you'll learn how to stand tall no matter what. By the end, you'll rethink what support really means and feel ready to take charge of your future. Don't miss this. The last pillar might flip your perspective entirely. Let's connect. If you want to live stronger after 60, hit subscribe and ring the bell. Drop a 1 in the comments if this sparks hope, or a 0 if it's not your vibe. Your thoughts fuel us. Share them. Pillar 1: financial stability. After 60, the most dependable support in your life isn't a person, it's your financial independence. Money might not buy happiness, but it sure buys peace of mind, freedom, and security. You might think your kids will step in if things get tight, but counting on family for cash is a gamble, not a plan. They've got their own bills, mortgages, and kids to raise. Even with all the love in the world, they may not be able to help when you need it most. Building a solid financial foundation now is your ticket to standing strong, no matter what life throws your way. Take Emma, a 72-year-old from a small town in Texas. She always assumed her children would have her back. She'd paid for their college, loaned them money for cars, and was there for every call. But when a surprise medical bill drained her savings $10,000 in one go, she turned to her kids only to find they were stretched thin with their own debts. It wasn't that they didn't care. Life's unpredictability hit them hard too. Emma learned the hard way. Relying on others for money left her vulnerable. That's when she realized financial stability is the one pillar that never wavers. Why does this matter? Without a safety net, unexpected costs, car repairs, hospital stays, or rising rent can shake your world. Financial independence means you call the shots, whether it's fixing a leaky roof or enjoying a quiet coffee at your favorite diner. It's not about being rich. It's about being ready. Emma's story shows how fast things can change. A steady income like a pension or Social Security and a savings buffer of at least $5,000 for emergencies can keep you grounded. Studies back this. Seniors with financial security report less stress and better health, living longer with more confidence. So how do you build this pillar? Start today. Check your retirement income. Does it cover your monthly costs? Around $2,000 for basics, like rent and groceries. If not, look at part-time work or low-risk investments like bonds yielding 3 to 4% annually. Emma started budgeting, cutting $100 a month from extras like cable. Avoid debt. Credit card interest at 20% can snowball fast. Learn to track expenses, apps, or a simple notebook work. If you're behind, it's not too late. Emma met with a financial advisor, saving $500 yearly by refinancing her car loan. Small steps add up. Your financial stability is your anchor, always there when life gets stormy. Ask yourself, do I have a plan for unexpected costs? If not, take one step today. Maybe set aside $50 this month. You've built a life of wisdom. Let's make sure your wallet supports it. Pillar 2: physical health. After 60, your body is either your greatest ally or your toughest challenge. No amount of love money or family support can replace your health. It's the foundation of your freedom, your ability to walk to the park, carry groceries, or just get out of bed with ease. You might think family will step in if your health falters, but they can't exercise for you, eat right for you, or keep aging at bay. That's on you. Prioritizing your health now is the ultimate investment in your independence, and it's a pillar you can't afford to ignore. Consider James, a 68-year-old from a small town in Arizona. In his younger days, he was active hiking trails, playing catch with his kids. But after retiring, he let things slide. He skipped walks, ate more fast food, and ignored his annual checkups. "I'll get back to it later," he thought. But soon his energy tanked. Climbing stairs felt like a marathon, and lifting a 10-pound bag of potatoes was a struggle. His kids visited when they could, but their busy lives meant they couldn't be there daily to help. James realized too late, without health, his freedom slipped away. He had to take charge, not wait for a wake-up call. Why is this pillar so vital? Poor health steals your ability to live on your terms. A bad knee or low energy can trap you at home, and relying on others for care can leave you feeling powerless. Studies show seniors who stay active, walking just 30 minutes a day, cut their risk of heart disease by 20% and live longer. But neglect, like James's spikes, risks of diabetes falls, and memory issues. Your body's a machine that needs regular care, not a fix when it breaks. So how do you build this pillar? Start small, but start now. Move daily. Try a 15-minute walk around your block, aiming for 2 miles a week. Eat foods that fuel you. Swap fried snacks for a handful of nuts or a crisp apple. Aim for 25 grams of protein per meal to keep muscles strong. James began with morning stretches, just 5 minutes, and swapped burgers for grilled chicken salads. Don't skip checkups. Blood pressure or cholesterol spikes, like 140/90 or 200 mg DL, need attention. If aches linger or you're winded climbing 10 steps, see a doctor. These aren't just aging, they're signals to act. Your health is your power, the key to living fully after 60. Ask yourself, am I doing enough to stay strong? If not, pick one change today. Maybe a short walk or a healthier lunch. You've earned a life of vitality. Let's keep it that way. Pillar 3. Your social circle. After 60, loneliness can creep in like an uninvited guest. And it's more than just a feeling, it's a threat to your health, your mind, and even your lifespan. You might think family will always be there to fill your days with chatter and laughter, but the truth is, your kids and grandkids have their own lives, jobs, families, and packed schedules. They love you, but they can't be your only source of connection. That's why building a strong social network is a pillar you can't overlook. Friends, neighbors, and community ties are your lifeline, keeping you vibrant and grounded. Meet Clara, a 73-year-old from a cozy town in Wisconsin. She used to rely on her 2 daughters for company, sharing coffee and weekend barbecues. But as they got busier with work and their own kids, those visits dwindled to quick calls. Clara felt the sting of loneliness waiting by the phone, her days growing quiet. She wasn't alone in this. Studies show loneliness after 60 raises risks of depression, heart disease, and memory decline by up to 30%. Without regular connection, your brain and body take a hit like a plant starved of sunlight. Clara's story changed when she took a step forward. She reconnected with an old friend over a 10-minute coffee chat at the local diner. She joined a weekly book club at the community center, where lively discussions sparked new friendships. Soon, her calendar was dotted with card games, potlucks, and even a gardening group. These weren't just pastimes, they gave her a sense of belonging, a reason to smile. Her mood lifted, her energy returned, and she felt alive again, not waiting for family to fill the gap. Why does this matter? Social ties do more than chase away boredom. They keep your mind sharp. Conversations boost memory and focus. They lower stress-cutting cortisol levels that harm your heart. Even casual chats like a 5-minute talk with a neighbor release feel-good chemicals like oxytocin that lift your spirits. Clara's new friends weren't replacements for family. They were a network that made her stronger, less dependent on her daughter's visits. How do you build this pillar? Start small. Call a friend you haven't spoken to in months, set a 15-minute catch-up. Join a local group, check your community center for clubs like knitting, chess, or walking often free or $5 a session. Volunteer at a food pantry or library, even 2 hours a week to meet folks. Clara started chatting with her mail carrier, a 30-second habit that grew into friendly waves. If you're shy, try online forums for hobbies like history or cooking. These connections, big or small, weave a safety net of joy. Your social circle is your strength, a pillar that holds you up when life feels heavy. Ask yourself, who brings light to my days, if it's too quiet? Take one step today. Send a text, join a group. You've got stories and wisdom to share. Let's find people to share them with. Pillar 4, your sense of purpose. After 60, life can feel like it's slowing down, kids move out, work fades, and the roles that once defined you, like parent or professional, start to blur. Without something to spark your days, it's easy to feel lost, like you're just drifting. That's why your sense of purpose is a vital pillar of support, stronger than any person could be. It's not about grand achievements. It's about finding meaning, a reason to get up each morning. Purpose keeps your mind sharp, your heart steady, and your life vibrant no matter your age. Meet Henry, a 70-year-old from a small town in Georgia. When he retired from his job as a mechanic, he was thrilled for the break. But months later, his days felt empty. He'd sit in his armchair flipping channels, missing the hum of his garage tools. His kids visited now and then, but they had their own lives, and Henry felt invisible, like his best days were gone. That lack of purpose wasn't just boredom, it was dimming his spirit. Studies show seniors without a sense of meaning face higher risks of depression and even shorter lifespans as the mind and body lose their drive. Then Henry made a change. He started volunteering at a local youth center, teaching kids how to fix bikes just 3 hours a week. Those moments showing a teenager how to patch a tire gave him a spark he hadn't felt in years. His days had meaning again. His smile returned. Purpose doesn't need to be big. It can be gardening, painting, or writing letters to family. For Henry, it was passing on skills feeling needed. That's the magic. It's not about what others give you. It's about what you create for yourself. Why does this matter? Without purpose, you risk feeling unneeded, which dims your mental clarity and energy. A study found seniors with daily goals like tending a small garden or learning a new recipe stay mentally sharper and live longer by up to 15%. Your family can't hand you purpose, it's yours to build. Henry's kids loved him, but they couldn't fill that void. When he found his own reason to rise, he didn't need to lean on them as much. How do you find it? Start small. Try a new hobby, maybe knitting a scarf or planting herbs in a 12-inch pot. Set a goal like walking 1 mile weekly or reading 1 book a month. Volunteer local shelters or libraries often need help even an hour a week. Henry's bike lessons started with 1 kid, then grew. If you're stuck, reflect on what brought you joy, before maybe it's journaling stories for your grandkids. These acts keep you engaged, not just watching life pass by. Your purpose is your inner fire, a pillar that holds you up when life shifts. Ask yourself, what makes my days feel alive? If it's unclear, try one small thing today. Plant a seed, teach a skill. You've got wisdom to share, let it shine. Pillar 5, emotional resilience. Life after 60 doesn't stop throwing curveballs. Friends drift away, health hiccups pop up, and sometimes the world feels a little lonelier. You might lean on family for comfort, but even their love can't always carry you through. That's where emotional resilience shines, a pillar stronger than any outside support. It's your inner strength to face pain, process it, and find peace no matter what comes. This isn't about bottling up feelings. It's about building a heart that bends but doesn't break, keeping you steady in life's storms. Consider Grace, a 75-year-old from a small town in Ohio. After losing her husband of 40 years, her world turned upside down. At first, she turned to her kids for solace, but their busy lives' work, kids' carpools, meant they couldn't fill the void. Grace felt lost, her grief heavy. She could have let it define her, but instead she chose to rebuild. She joined a grief support group, meeting weekly for 90-minute sessions to share stories and tears. She started journaling, scribbling 10 minutes each night about small joys, a blooming rose, a kind cashier. These steps didn't erase her pain, but they gave her tools to carry it. Studies show emotional resilience in seniors cuts depression risk by 25% and boosts longevity as a strong mind fuels a strong body. Why is this pillar crucial? Life's challenges don't pause with age, and expecting family to always lift you up isn't fair. They've got their own battles. Without resilience, setbacks can spiral, dimming your spirit and health. Grace's kids cared deeply, but her strength came from within, not their visits. Resilience means feeling the hurt, loss, worry, change, and finding healthy ways to move forward like a tree swaying in the wind without snapping. How do you build it? Start small. Try 5 minutes of meditation daily. Focus on your breath, letting worries pass like clouds. Grace found calm in a local park, sitting on a bench, counting 10 deep breaths. Journaling helps write one thing you're grateful for, like a warm coffee or a friend's call. Join a group. Churches or community centers often host free support circles, 1-2 hours weekly. If therapy's an option, a 50-minute session monthly can uncover coping tools. Don't stuff emotions. Name them, say, "I'm sad," and let it sit. Grace practiced gratitude, listing 3 daily positives, shifting her focus from loss to light. Your emotional resilience is your anchor, a pillar that holds firm when life shakes. Ask yourself, how do I handle tough days? If you lean too hard on others, try one step today. Write a thought. Breathe deeply. You've weathered decades of life's ups and downs, your heart's stronger than you know. Pillar 6, your ability to adapt. After 61, truth stands tall. Life never stops changing. Friends move, health shifts, and the things you once leaned on might not hold steady. Clinging to the past can leave you stuck, but embracing change, that's your secret weapon. Your ability to adapt is a powerhouse pillar, giving you the strength to thrive no matter what comes. It's not about giving up. It's about finding new paths, staying open, and turning life's twists into opportunities for growth. Meet Walter, a 78-year-old from a quiet town in Oregon. He'd always counted on his weekly poker nights with buddies for connection. But when friends moved away or passed on, Walter felt adrift, thinking, "This is just how it gets at my age." Loneliness loomed, and he could have given in. Instead, he chose to adapt. He learned to use video calls, spending 30 minutes a week catching up with his old crew. He joined an online history forum, posting twice weekly, sparking chats with folks across the country. These small shifts didn't just fill his days, they brought joy and purpose back. Studies show seniors who adapt to change cut stress by 20% and live longer, as flexibility keeps the mind and heart resilient. Why does this matter? Life after 60 is a moving target. Holding tight to how things were can trap you in isolation or frustration. Your kids might move, your neighborhood might change, or old hobbies might not fit anymore. Walter's poker nights were gone, but his willingness to try new ways to connect saved him from loneliness. Adaptability isn't about abandoning your past. It's about growing with the present, finding fresh ways to stay engaged. How do you build this pillar? Start small. Try one new thing, maybe a 10-minute YouTube tutorial on a skill like gardening or digital photography. Walter spent 15 minutes learning Zoom, opening a world of virtual meetups. Join a local group. Community centers often host $5 weekly classes like painting or Tai Chi, where you'll meet others. If a door closes, look for another. Lost a friend? Chat with a neighbor for 5 minutes daily. If walking's tough, try chair. Yoga 10 minutes a day. Stay curious. Read one article weekly on something new, like local history or bird watching. These steps keep you nimble, ready for life's next turn. Your ability to adapt is your compass guiding you through uncharted years. Ask yourself, do I embrace change or fight it if you're resisting? Take one step today. Try a new app. Join a club. You've navigated decades of life's surprises. Your resilience is already there. Let's harness it to keep thriving. Final thoughts. After 60, life's surprises don't stop, and family alone can't always be your rock. That's why these 6 pillars: financial stability, physical health, social connections, sense of purpose, emotional resilience, and adaptability are your true foundation. They're not about replacing loved ones. They're about building a life where you stand strong no matter what. From securing your savings, to staying active, from nurturing friendships, to finding new passions, from facing heartache with grace, to embracing change, these pillars give you freedom and confidence. You don't need to feel alone or helpless. Your strength lies within. Reflect on your life today. Which pillar needs a boost? Maybe it's a budget tweak, a daily walk, or a new hobby. Start small. One step, like a 10-minute chat with a friend, can spark big change. You've built a lifetime of wisdom. Let these pillars carry you forward with joy. Share one idea you'll try in the comments below. Your thoughts inspire us. Hit subscribe and ring the bell for more tips to thrive. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next time.